Okay, so today we're diving into something called SMFlow AI. It's an intelligence suite that's really looking to shake up how data-driven decisions are made in the underwriting world. Let's get into how it all works.
If you're a lender, this is the million-dollar question, right? How do you stare at this mountain of financial data and, in a split second, know the difference between a real risk and a golden opportunity? It's not just about being right, it's about being fast.
And that leads us straight into what's called the underwriting dilemma. In the lending world today, the pressure is just immense. You have to make decisions that are fast, super accurate, and, of course, safe, all while you're drowning in this flood of really complex data.
I like to think of it like this. Every single loan application tells a financial story. But what happens when the chapters, the bank statements, the credit reports, the income verification, are all scattered and disconnected? Well, that story becomes almost impossible to read. Making the right call means you've got to piece all those fragments together into one single story that actually makes sense.
So the big question is, how does SMFlow actually read that story? Well, it all starts with it acting like a data detective, gathering up all the crucial financial evidence. Let's take a look at how it collects those clues.
The whole foundation is built on this direct, secure bridge to thousands of banks and financial institutions, and it's powered by Plaid. Now, we're not talking about old, stale documents here. This is all about getting real-time, verified data pulled straight from the source. We're talking up-to-the-minute transaction histories and verified income. The accuracy is just on another level.
And here you can see just how easy it is in the real world. This is the actual user interface. See that direct link Plaid button? With just one click, a secure connection is made instantly. The whole thing is designed to be completely seamless, no friction at all.
And it's not just about bank data either. The system also pulls in those complex credit reports from places like TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian. And it doesn't matter if they're messy PDFs or structured XML files, it just chews through them and transforms it all into one powerful, unified credit profile.
All right, so all the evidence has been collected. Now we get to go inside the AI decision engine. This is really the heart of the whole operation. It's where all that data gets interrogated and analyzed.
Now, this engine is built on 3 core principles, and each one is designed to give you instant analysis without all the usual IT headaches you'd expect.
First up is zero integration. That means you can get up and running in minutes. Second, and this is a big one, is zero PII. For security, this is absolutely critical. The system protects customer data because it's not looking at who the person is, it's analyzing the behavior within the data, the when, where, and how of transactions. And third, zero IT headache. It's a secure cloud-based solution, so there's no maintenance to worry about. What this all means is that underwriting teams can focus 100% of their energy on making decisions, not on managing infrastructure.
And beyond just figuring out creditworthiness, the system puts a massive priority on security. It's actively hunting for these really sophisticated signals of fraud by analyzing multiple behavioral vectors, giving you hard proof to make sure every applicant is legit.
So what in the world are these behavioral vectors? Well, think of them as subtle, almost hidden patterns in the financial data that can signal a problem. We're talking about things like a sudden weird surge in spending or a suspicious pattern of transactions that are all in nice round dollar amounts. These are the digital fingerprints that the AI is trained to spot. And now we get to the final report. This is where all the clues come together and the system lays out its case. Here's a perfect example. The AI analyzed a profile and flagged it as a potential risk, pointing out high volatility and limited residual capacity. But instead of just spitting out a no, it gives a clear, actionable recommendation. Do a manual review. And it tells you why it's a risk. That's true intelligence.
And on the flip side, you get something like this. For a different profile, the fraud assessment is crystal clear, a 100 out of 100 on the integrity index. This gives the underwriter an incredible amount of confidence, verifying the profile is safe, with a clean bill of behavioral health.
When you look at the final analysis for a prime candidate, you really see the depth of this system. It's not just a score, it's a whole narrative. In this case, the Integrity Most section confirms excellent behavioral signals and a strong health index. It's validating the entire profile's integrity with a complete story. So, when you put this all together, what's the ultimate impact of this whole process? Well, it really boils down to just one thing: certainty in your decision-making. What this does is it creates a straight line from the chaos of all that disconnected data to absolute clarity. You get a confident, data-driven verdict in minutes, not days,
which empowers you to make decisions that are better, faster, and a whole lot safer.
So the mission is pretty simple, but it's also really profound, unifying the world of financial data. With a tool like this, the question for lenders is no longer if they can read an applicant's financial story, but how quickly that story can become their next smart, confident decision.